Hello and welcome to Prototech's Mastercam 2025 Rollout Video Series. Don't forget to check out our website where you can find the latest download, install, and migration guides and videos. In this third section, we will be taking a look at mill 3D enhancements found in Mastercam 2025. First off, we have a new way of selecting geometry in Mastercam 2025. If I've defined my fixturing in my job setup, I can now use that definition to add the geometry to 3D high speed and 2D model chamfer. In this job, I already have the fixturing defined. The fixturing can be used in your simulation and now in a couple of toolpaths. I've even grouped it to clamps, fasteners, and the 1, 2, 3 blocks. Using that selection, I can now add it to a toolpath. I can see that my Optirough is gouging my clamp. I'll edit my toolpath, and on my geometry page, I can see I have a new dialog for work holding. When I hit the select button, I don't select from my screen, I select from over here, and it's interfaced similar to my work holding page. This is not a new geometry type. This will be treated like avoidance geometry, and technically an Optirough avoidance is generally treated like machine geometry. Depending on my toolpath control or limits, I may receive roughing cuts over the clamping. In this scenario, my stock is defined and there is not material over the clamps. Also, I tend to get moves going around the backside of my clamps. There's a couple ways to avoid this. I'm going to simply say lift up when avoiding a boundary. Let's take a look at the new toolpath. I can see that my clamps are now avoided. This functionality has also been added to model chamfer. I can see that this model chamfer path is also interfering with my clamps. I'm going to enter the parameters, and on the toolpath type, the work holding geometry, once again, I get a similar interface to when I set up my fixturing. I can choose the clamps, regenerate the toolpath, and my cuts now avoid my clamps. Optirough also sees a new cut depth enhancement in Mastercam 2025. In previous versions, Mastercam's tried to take as large a step down as set to maintain full flute length engagement, which could sometimes lead to small depth cuts at the bottom of the part. The new uniform step down option creates even step downs, figures out how many step downs are needed and evenly divides it out, similar to other cut depth functionality in Mastercam. We can see that in this file. The toolpath is trying to take 180% step down, just shy of 30 millimeters each pass. So it's going down 30, 30, 30, which then leaves a small step at the bottom. There are other ways of handling this. I could start adjusting this number to get a little bit more even cuts, or uniform step downs just makes it more similar to our other toolpaths. If it needs 6 steps, it'll just divide out the total distance by 6 and I'll get 6 even step downs. I can now see that I have equal step downs, no longer have that small step at the bottom. In previous versions of Mastercam, toolpaths were not associative to mesh entities. If you edited a mesh, you'd have to re-add it to the toolpath, then regenerate. In Mastercam 2025, we are now associative to mesh. This toolpath is 3D'ing this mesh face, but the mesh does not have equal facets everywhere. Making these facets more uniform can help make the toolpath more uniform. When I look at this from the top view, I can see that there are some very large facets, some very small facets. A couple of years ago, Mastercam added a mesh ribbon bar with several mesh editing tools. I'm going to refine this mesh. I can see that the facets are now much more uniform, and now my toolpath hasn't gone dirty, but it has held onto my mesh it's associative to it, and I can simply just regenerate my toolpath and get my updated cut. In Mastercam 2024, a new cut order was added named clusters. In Mastercam 2025, the word clusters has simply been named to regions. It is the same functionality, just a new name. The Raster toolpath now has regions and lanes. And this completes the third video covering Mill 3D and Prototech's Mastercam 2025 rollout presentation. Make sure to check out our other videos, and thanks for watching.